Well, all right, let's welcome to the program. He's been on the show with us before. He's a car owner for Bill Lewis out of Monticello, Montpelier, Indiana. Excuse me. Had something in the way. Rouch, you with us?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Well, we just got off the telephone with Nick Hoffman. He wins over the weekend at Eldora. You guys were at Eldora, and
oh yeah,
you have somewhat of a story.
Oh yeah. To start off, like Eldora has been bad to us this year. I mean, we ended up finishing like 8th in points after everything, I think. So I mean, it's not too good of a year there, but I mean, everybody's like, oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. But for what we had to deal with this weekend, you know, I mean, they definitely need to make some changes here. There was like we ran, you know, qualified, you know, not real good, had some fuel pressure issues, got them fixed. Car was fast. Started the heat race, passed 3 cars on the start. We was running pretty good, and number 77, Steve Kastner, I think his name, he was out of control, hit us, threw us down in the inside opening in the 3. We hit it with the rear, knocked the spoiler off the car. And you don't know how, you know, no spoilers at Eldora is not good. But we kept racing, you know, passed some more cars.
I thought you guys made the highlight reel.
Yeah.
From what I was watching, that, you know, first off, that race up at Eldora was like every single heat race, every feature just seemed like, to me, watching, it was beyond belief.
No, it was. And
it was great.
I know Justin Calder and Chad Smith, you know, I mean, they both spun. Well, when Calder spun and hit Smith, he shoved him up. And, you know, if we'd have got around them, we'd have been running 4th, you know, with no spoiler at Eldora, you know, going into 4th. But, you know, we did make it through. So, you know, the car was, you know, not tore up bad. I mean, I had stuff in the trailer to fix it. But we're like, you know, hey, we didn't make the show. We're tore up. You know, just load it up. We'll fix it. We're going to Kokomo here, you know, next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend on the 20th. So we loaded up, didn't know anything, you know. You know, we're hanging out, you know, forever down there. So we go up top, and some of my crew's still down there. Well, they bring the late models out for the feature, and they're naming the names off, and, you know, they named Bill to start. And we're like, you know what? How's that? Well, come to find out, I guess we had a provisional. Nobody came and told us. Nobody said you guys got a provisional. Nothing was said in the driver's meeting about.
Because in dirt racing there shouldn't be provisionals. That's what's real NASCAR.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, you know, I've always agreed with no provisionals. But I mean, if you're supposed to get one, I guess, and they're going to give it to you, you know, they at least let you know about it. Well, I talked to Larry Bowes today, and, you know, he apologized for it. He said, you know, Eldora needs, you know, intercoms in the pit area, which as big as Eldora is, I cannot believe that they don't have intercoms in the infield. It's, you know, it's pretty unreal. But, you know, he kind of apologized to it. He said, well, you know, to make up for it, you know, we'll go ahead and we paid you guys for finishing last place in the feature. I was like, well, you know, I mean, that's not good because we would have probably winded up, you know, 5th or 6th in the points. And, you know, that took us back to 10th, but there was, you know, kind of some mishaps in there, and I talked to him again later on tonight, and they're going to go back through, and I think we ended up 8th. So it's Eldora. I mean, we've had a lot of bad luck here this year. But, you know, finished top 10 in points. You know, that was our goal. So, I mean, I guess we made our goal, but, I mean, it is what it is. So.
Now, you guys have given an announcement.
You sound awful bummed to have made your goal, though.
Well, I am. I mean, because, like, the first show, you know, the Johnny Appleseed race they had there?
Yeah.
We made the show out of the heat race. Was up running 6, you know, was running with, you know, John Henry, Brian Roman, Michael Kluse, you know. We were running top 10. We were in 6. Yellow comes out. they do the NASCAR deal, their double file restart stuff, and that's one thing I do not like. But everybody's brake checking. Well,
so when they brake check, stick it right in their ass.
Well, Bill did kind of got underneath Cluse a little bit, and Dusty Moore got way up underneath us, but then he lifted. No harm, for Dusty Moore. I respect him for not taking us out. Well, when he lifted us up and knocked my spring out of the pocket, and it just lost all bite. So we ended up finishing like 17th. So, at least we finished the show, but, the car wasn't right. And, and then at the Dream, to race against those guys, it's tough. Bloomquist and all of them. It's hard to run against them. We were running, we passed Austin Dillon for 6th in the heat race. We were battling, Jeff Babcock for 5th. He was running the bottom. We were running the high side. He broke a right rear axle. He slid right up in front of Bill on the front stretch to come to a dead stop, no hand signals, and you can imagine what happened. So we slammed him pretty hard, tore up a lot of stuff.
Well, you guys have but moving on from the Eldora conversation, you told me offline earlier you guys have a bit of an announcement. You guys are going late model racing next year?
Yeah, next year we kind of come across, it's pretty much a dream. Because me, myself, I could never afford this, but we come across a good friend of mine, and it's actually a girl, but she's actually going to help us out next year, and she's going to buy us a brand new rocket, brand new Rouch 436 Ford motor, brand new tires, wheels, spare parts for both cars.
Dude, I got to meet this girl, Webb.
Oh, yeah. And we're actually going to run the ALMS series next year, so.
Wow.
Actually, we're not going to run, the Lucas stuff, none of that. But we will run some Lucas shows next year. And, Brian, we will be down at Florence, so.
Well, Rob, before we get out of here, I want you to mention your racing supplies store, and also thank some of the sponsors to help you get you guys through this season and get that top 10 at Eldora.
Yeah, Rouch Racing Supply is, my store that I deal from. I deal with guys all over the country and world, New Zealand, Australia, and all over the country in the U.S. To get us there, I would like to thank Wasper Pistons, all my product sponsors, TWM Racing Products, Suavecito Tequila, they helped us out, Advanced Auto Parts, Rimflex Exhaust Gaskets, Jared's Auto Shop, Hams Oil, Hogue Racing Engines, Gary Winger from Integra, he helped us out a little bit with some setups. I'm trying to think who else. We kept with the slicker wrap. The slicker wrap stayed on all year. So
last time you guys weren't liking him too good.
We kind of talked it out. The two new cars. I know the one new car and this car, it could go slicker next year. It all depends. I got a lot of guys wanting to wrap it. So, like I said, it's been, not a real good year, especially at Union County, like I told you before, offline. I don't know what happened down there, but, I'm not, saying it. Somebody messed with the car, but, it was good before we went out in the feature because we changed a bunch of stuff, and then, Bill gets in it. We started on the front row. He gets in it to go out and line up, and the car's just popping, and, come to find out we had a cracked distributor cap. And it wasn't cracked when we put it on. So.
Somebody must have cracked it.
I don't, you never know. You can't prove nothing, but.
Lots of sabotage going on down in them pits, let me tell you.
Well, all right, Rob. Well, I appreciate you stopping by here on In the Dirt. You guys get to get that new late mile in from the Sugar Mama.
Oh yeah,
get that thing to Victory Lane.
Oh, I hope so. Like I said, we'll definitely come back on once we get it and start running. But the biggest news was that, and we're going to run the Sunoco ALMS series next year. So.
All right. Well, thanks again, Rob. We'll talk to you down the highway, brother. I'm gonna go get some of that tequila.
All right. Will do, man. Like I said, we'll be at Florence, so Brian, stop over, try some, we'll have it.
Oh yeah, you offering me some?
Oh yeah, and
dude,
wherever you're at.
The last time I let Michael drive the truck home, it scared me worse than if I would have drove it home that way.
Oh yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we'll talk to you later, Rob.
Yeah, thanks, man.